Welcome back to the trenches with some credit card issuers as well as some of the banks. Yesterday, Mastercard was unbelievable. I couldn't believe the follow-through and the breakout and the strength we saw after the report, but it just at least shows you that some stocks with the right fundamentals and the right technical landscape can still reward investors no matter any market. So if you take a quick look here at the chart of Mastercard, you'll see what I'm talking about. Mastercard had an unbelievable breakout yesterday. It cleared this entire resistance area, and you could have got involved intraday as it extended higher to closing the highs. As you can see here, it was above the moving averages, above the 50-day, above the 200-day. It even held this entire igniting bar, so that gave you some clues that Mastercard is in the game and a stronger stock even in this environment. If you want to take a look at the other half of Mastercard, which is obviously Visa, Visa looks okay as well. I'm going to be watching to see some type of similar setup here as we move forward, hopefully if the market actually gets a little stronger. If you look here on Visa, you could see the same type of igniting bar, which I think happened when they loosened the regulations, or at least we had some more clarity on it. We've been holding it. So if you want to be in a tier 1 in Visa, I think that's okay. And if we start to get above this 90, you could see a similar breakout that we saw in Mastercard, but it should take some time. It'll take a better market environment. Visa could be an investment, and it should be on your radar. Another one that's just not as strong, but I did see some type of reversal pattern yesterday, was American Express. They also had some news. Their news wasn't, that things are going unbelievable, but not so bad. So if you look here on American Express, you will see that obviously, technically, not as strong, definitely different. Okay, it's coming into some big support. It is above the 200-day, so it's showing some relative strength. I think if you need to be long something, you could be long a little American Express versus 48. I think it could have a move to about 50. Now, on the flip side, the banks obviously aren't acting as well. They're loaded with bad mortgages. They're loaded with regulations that have come down on them to limit their growth and limit their lending, and I don't even want to get into that. So what I'm watching is to see if these banks continue to hold these recent lows as the market makes new lows, so potentially there's some relative strength so they can start acting better. So if you look at Goldman Sachs, which was the leader back in the day that it hasn't been for the last year or so, let me show you the levels I'm talking about. Goldman Sachs right now, you had this downtrend that was broken, about a week or so back. It's still holding it. As long as it stays above 130, I think you watch this. This could provide some leadership and could have another move from this lower area for a trade back into the 140s if it continues to stay above. The market is through the recent lows. Goldman is above it. That's showing me a little relative strength, I guess. So, you have to have something to hang your hat on, and this is a small little thing to hang your hat on. And then if on the other side also JP Morgan, to show you another one, not that great. It's still holding the lows. A lot of people want to be in some banks. I think you can only be in tier 1, but you better be careful. Goldman Sachs if JP Morgan starts to break this 39 area, you could see a move down to 37. So all in all, the credit cards, which we've talked about many times, have technically been acting much better than the banks. And as you can see, when the market has any kind of lift, these things go. Master the best, Visa second, American Express is the tail of the dog. As far as the banks, if you need to invest in something, tier 1 at best, and let's see if some relative strength continues.